Hey folks, we have a Halloween event, not just any Halloween event, zombies. And with that, we got 2 new tasks from BSG for the zombie event. Now, we're pretty straightforward. It's a completely new area. The wiki's getting updated, so I figured I'd do a video, walks you guys through exactly how to do this, gives you some tips, and hopefully makes this as easy of a process for you to get done as possible. Now, keep in mind, this is just the first 2 tasks, making this on the very first day of the event. I suspect we're going to get many more tasks as we go, and as we get those, we'll do further videos that just kind of follow on and keep you guys up to date of how to get these done the easiest. So let's not waste any more time and get right into it. Okay, so the first task you're going to get is from Jaeger. It's called the Don't Believe Your Eyes. There's no level restriction to this. There's no prerequisites that I'm aware of or I saw. Everybody pretty much has this. And what it's going to require you to do is go to labs and go to 2 specific areas, jump through a few hoops. You don't even need to survive. You just got to basically touch these areas and you complete this task. The best part about this is labs is currently free while doing these tasks, at least during this event. So these tasks don't cost you anything. You could literally go in with a pistol, sprint right for it, try to run past all the zombies and get this done if you wanted to. Though I don't recommend that because there is a lot of loot and things like that. Plus fighting the zombies is fun. So let's get into some of the finer details. Okay, so this is the labs map. We're going to go to the first level. That's where this is at. If you're not familiar, this is black room right here, testing room. And you've got the infirmary and quarantine, which is blue key card. Servers are here, big open area. This square right here with the doors, this is the stairwell, one of the stairwells that goes all the way from the basement all the way up to the 2nd floor. And I just realized that I am in the way of this square. Let me back it out a little bit so you can see it. This little square right here, that area is where you're going to be going. I'm not just going to show you a square on a map. We're going to hop right into a offline raid and I'll walk you through how to get there. Okay, so we're on labs. We're in the middle of the big open area. Green room is up there. That's manager's office. You've got loading dock over there and dark offices and stuff are up there. You come this way, you've got black key card or testing is there. Server is over here to our left. And all you're going to do is go all the way down the end of the hallway. And we're going to go right into the new area. You've got your cross hallways and all that stuff. The blue room is right here. You can get into blue right there. And this is the new area. These doors didn't used to be open. I don't even actually know if there were doors here. I think there were, but nonetheless, this is the new area. Big fancy vault doors. You come in and this is where you're at. So you've got a nice fancy loot room in here. Check all the tops. There can be all sorts of good stuff. But like right now, you can see what do I got? An MK47 here, mutant, MDRs, all sorts of stuff I've gotten off of this thing, plus insane ammo. There's 338 AP. I've gotten like 200 rounds of 8.55A1, so make sure you check for ammo boxes. In here is where you come to get your first part of your quest done. So on the Don't Believe Your Eyes, the first part of it is locate the source of the rumors of the living dead. That's just coming into here. As soon as you walk into here, this is where you're going to get your check. Now, the second part requires you to get back there, but this door doesn't open. There's no key card, nothing like that. Well, all you got to do is you come in here, and there's a power button. You hit that. Maybe it was that switch. I don't know. Either way, you turn the power on and this door just opens and you can come in here. And this is the second part of getting the task done, is just coming back here. Now, this room is chocked full, or this series of rooms is chocked full of loot. There's going to be stims. I'm in an offline raid, so the spawns are a little bit different, but there's going to be stims all over the place. See Abdalos 2 there, SJ6. Check all the tables. Underneath these little things, there can be stuff that spawns. All the way back into here. Gotten grizzlies, you got med cases, but I've gotten grizzlies and serve 12s and all sorts of stuff. I've gotten a couple optomoscopes right there, so maybe there's a Ledex that spawns. And like I said, it's light right now. First time I ran this, I think I got like 10 stims out of this room, and I didn't even get all of them because Liston picked up a couple. But as you can see, it's just full of loot. It's full of med bags. It is a dead end though, so you are trapped in here from other players. There's also one more extra little room to loot. It's pretty good. It can have some fancy stuff in it. You're going to want to check on the tables. You can see right here, there's some stuff. I just got a white dot. Let me see if I can get to it. What do we got underneath here? There's an SJ12. I've had stuff hidden underneath that. Things on here. The table, the desk. Right now I'm looking for a key card. There was something inside there. There is a key card. It's called the Terra Group Labs Residential Unit key card. It's only 2 uses. It is multiple spawns. We've found it here. It's been in coffee cups, I'm going to hunt around here real quick in this offline raid. It spawns every raid, supposedly. Let me see if I can find it real quick so I can show you that other room. Okay, so through the magic of editing, I ran all over, I found it. There are lots of spawns for this. You just need to look really closely. Funny enough, I found it actually outside in here. This is a new spot. I didn't know it spawned there. Right here on this chair, you can see it is the Terra Group Labs Residential Unit keycard. 2 uses. Make sure you keep that. For right now, there's no other use for it. There's no quest for it, but I'm going to keep a hang on of the one we have just in case. But this is the door that it opens right here. Again, offline raids, so the loot's not going to be what it is. I've looked in here every time I've come in and we haven't opened it, and I've seen, lions and vases and stuff sitting on that. Liston said he went in here, and I think up here there was a Bitcoin, but there's no way to get to it without having somebody to open it. There's a couple of duffel bags. Interesting document here. I think that's Rigi's dad for Chronicles of Rigi, which is interesting enough. I'm pretty sure that's who that is, but I could be wrong. Lots of high-end loot supposedly in this room, but my guess is we're going to need it for a quest later. So if you do get this key, make sure you hang on to it because it's the only way to get into that room. Now, before we move on, one other quick little thing I want to show you that they added with this. You'll see these propane canisters that are orange. You'll see them scattered all over the place. There was one there. There's one right there, one right there. And they are interesting new little trick to them. If you see here, they go boom and they will kill you. So be very careful of that. Now we'll get into some more B-roll here as I talk, but there are some things to think about when you're fighting the zombies. That's the next phase of this that I want to get into talking here is the zombies. Now, don't know exactly what their health pool is. We've tested some different rounds. I feel like their head hitbox, they've got about 100 HP on their head because I was able to one-tap them with headshots with PS12B. And some buckshots and stuff like that, which is inconsistent because you're never 100% sure how many pellets are hitting. We're able to one-tap them in the head. Most other rounds, though, were 2 or 3 shots to kill them. And again, this isn't consistent. There's something weird going on because, for example, like 9mm RIP, which is also 102 damage, was not one-tapping them. Guys were saying that they're using some of their other flesh ammos, like, say, PRS for 545, and it was taking 3 shots to kill them in the head. So aside from slugs, really tight shotgun groups, PS12B, one-tapping the zombies in the head was not super consistent. Body shots just take that much more. The only 2 rounds I was able to consistently one-tap the zombies with in the chest was the 1270, the 12 gauge RIP ammo, and super performance shotgun shells. Those seem to work pretty well with one tapping in the chest. If you hit it, you just got to be careful because they are kind of glitchy and they kind of zigzag and they can be kind of hard to track and hit, especially when you're trying to conserve ammo or you're trying to do headshots or, one tap body shots. So it is pretty tough to do it, but it is doable. Now, the next bit of info is pretty common for anybody who plays zombie games or is fans of zombie flicks, and that is noise. And it does have an impact here on labs fighting zombies. We noticed pretty quickly that if you run a loud gun, you will get overwhelmed. It didn't matter if we were running belt feds, 60 round mags, drums. It didn't matter what it was. We never seemed to have enough ammo if we were going loud. If you go suppressed, the zombies will still swarm you a little bit, but not with nearly the numbers. So it seems like the loud weapons, not only does it draw them, I have a feeling it makes more of them spawn almost. Or they just travel from further away on the map to you because you will end up with, 5, 10, 15 of these things chasing you around in a train if you're shooting loud guns and you run out of ammo, you can't reload, they start beating down on you and you're pretty much dead. So while it is fun to go with the belt feds and some of the loud guns and the shotguns and stuff like that, keep in mind it is going to make it harder on you. So if you're just trying to get in and get this done, go suppressed, try to keep quiet and move around and not let any of them see you. And that's going to be the best way to kind of get through the zombies on labs. Now, if one of them does get to you and hits you, it was inconsistent. I don't know what was going on. For a while, every time they meleeed me, I was getting infected. It was just how it was, and that was fine. I expected that. But towards the end of the day, I noticed I was getting hit, and I was getting bleeds, and I was getting breaks or damages, and getting damage and stuff, but I wasn't getting infected. And I don't know if it was a bug. I don't know if I found some magic formula to being immune. I don't know what it is. General idea is you're going to get infected if they hit you. Now, the infection, there's nothing you can do to get rid of it. I tried the ETXG thingy, Blue Bloods, Grizzlies, anything you could imagine, it won't get rid of the infection. And that's fine. Nothing says it will. At least not yet. Maybe in the next couple of days we get something. But the infection also doesn't kill you. It doesn't do any damage. What it does is it lowers your hydration. I want to say it was about -150 a minute. So your hydration's nuked. It's just gone. Even if you have 5 aquamarines on you, you're not going to last all that long. On top of that, it makes your vision go kind of goofy, and it really screws with your audio. It's kind of wild to listen to it. And it's not the same every time. Sometimes it makes you really deaf. Other times it makes footsteps really loud. Liston had a funny thing. He said it felt like you were wearing an Alton underwater and wearing Swordens all at the same time. So those are the primary effects of the infected, at least for now. So if you get hit, it's not the end of the world, but you do want to start getting ready to get out. And once you extract the infection, the infected stat goes away. You heal it, it's gone. If you die, it disappears. There's nothing you have to do once you get out of raid to get rid of it. Okay, so you got your 2 things, your 2 areas. You've got Don't Believe Your Eyes completed. The next quest you're going to get is Dirty Blood. This one's a little bit more difficult. It took me 5 or 6 tries to finally get, maybe even more, to finally get the blood sample and get out alive. Now, I did start to note it right at the first start of this, everybody was just free for all. If anything moved, you shot it and killed it, including teammates sometimes. But we did see, as the day went forward, more and more players running around saying friendly, you know, trying to get players to hold off the zombies while everybody else did the tasks, because it really does help, because you just can get overwhelmed and you start fighting players, then a zombie runs up behind you and then you run out of ammo and then you die. And a lot of times the guy that killed you even ends up dying themselves anyways, because they just don't have enough to deal with all the zombies that are on top of them. But let's get into this and explain to you guys where there's 2 places so far that I found these blood samples. There may be more, but every time I went in, they were on one of these 2 spots. Okay, and if you guys are trying to get the blood samples, the 2 places that I found them is right here on this guy, which is in the back corner, all the way in the back of the room, or at the very front door. If you go here, this guy's little bloody mark on his leg where it looks like he got bit, that right there is where I've found the 2 blood samples. It might be somewhere else, but I think that's it. Okay, so now you've got the blood sample, you've got to get out, you got to extract with it. That's the challenging part, is getting the blood sample and getting out alive. But if you pull that off, you turn it into Jaeger, you're completed. That's it. Now you're done with the 2 tasks. The cool thing is it gives you a MPS Auto Assault 12 Gen, the AA-12 shotgun. Now, this is the one you get from the task. It's a special kind of edition, if you will. It's got the little labs thing etched on the side of it. Other than that, there's anything really crazy about it. It's pretty much the same thing you get. But if you're not level 4 skier and you haven't done skier's tasks, this is the only way you're going to get one, besides getting one off a dead player. So it'll give you a chance to get one if you want to play with it. Otherwise, because they're not on the flea market or anything like that, the only way to get them is through finishing skier's tasks, which you have to be loyalty level 4 skier, and getting the barter for the Gen 2, or you can purchase the Gen 1, but it is very, very expensive at 118,000 rubles. But that's it. Like I said, pretty simple and straightforward. Hope this was helpful for you guys. Got you some tips, help you get through this first little bit of the task. I'm super looking forward to what else they're going to get. I can promise you there's more tasks coming. They have to be. They wouldn't have gone through all this work for that little bit of content. So I'm eagerly excited and waiting. If you want more information on some of this stuff, I did a patch note kind of review in Tarkov TV that talks about more of the event overall. You can go check that out. We got some more information there about some of this stuff. But until we get to next events, we'll wrap her up there. I thank you guys for watching. I wish you the best of luck in your labs raids with the creepy zombies that are all over the place. And we'll see you guys in Tarkov.